not like and subscribe to this video right now. An albino, abominable snowman will not stalk you through the Himalayas. But do you really want to risk it? Alright. Today we have the Haunted Alone, one of our own. I didn't even plan that. Rhymed. This is a fellow investigator, a small YouTube channel. If you like the content, check it out. I spoke with them. They said yes, do a reaction video. So here we are. Let's get started. It's probably going to be another two episode video, just because it's a 30-minute video. Do 15-minute increments, something like that. Let's get started.
Oh shit.
Dan. Nice to meet you, Dan.
Okay, fucking freaky ass doll. Fucking scary ass shit. Fucking stupid ass idea. Let me fucking do this shit by myself.
When we do these places,
intro. Ryan.
we should just do challenges like this.
Oh, they're doing challenges. I like it. Okay. And Rick.
Footsteps. Wow.
Very cool. Okay, so we got 4 people.
Hello, I'm Dan. Welcome to The Haunted Alone, the show dedicated at providing you real proof of the paranormal. I have my own paranormal experiences, and now I'm here to take you to the most haunted places in the world. Today we are headed to Madison Seminary, but before we get there, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with all your friends and family.
The Madison Seminary was originally founded in 1845
Okay, this is awesome.
as an institute
You get
for
like a
higher
little bit of
education.
backstory
The
as well.
school would officially open its doors in 1847.
Man, you can tell it's old architecture because of the pillars. Look at that. That's pretty cool, actually.
During
That's a
its peak,
beautiful
it
looking
could
building.
board up to 150 students. However, by the late 1800s, the availability of public education decreased the demand for a private seminary. In 1891, the school would close its doors, and the building would be purchased by the
pretty
Ohio
common.
Women's Relief Corps and renamed to the Madison Home. The home was then remodeled, and they added the Civil War side.
Elizabeth Style, 1816.
That's the spy.
Got a bunch of
One of
history.
Madison Home's most notable residents then, and possibly even to this day, was Elizabeth Stiles. Elizabeth Stiles was a teacher and a seamstress in Chicago for 9 years before meeting and marrying Jacob Stiles. The couple moved to Kansas in the late 1850s, and Elizabeth continued to work as a teacher, but she was not shy about sharing her pro-Union views. One evening, a group of Confederate sympathizers visited their house and murdered Jacob in cold blood.
Does that make you sad?
Hope makes you mad.
Was this their home as well? Like they were saying that this was the school, but did they actually live in this building as well?
Show us your deer.
And this is where they were murdered?
Several months later, Elizabeth was recruited by Abraham Lincoln to spy for the North. She would disguise herself as a Southern grandmother looking for the wounded father of her granddaughter. Elizabeth's work as a spy
so it's
ended
just
in
the-
1864
just
when
the
her
husband,
identity
Jake.
became known. She was then cared for
Died.
by her son until
I didn't know that.
1895. She then moved into the
Killed-
Madison home. She
killed
lived
my
there
character.
until her death in 1898.
Is Elizabeth in here?
To 1890. Elizabeth, are you here? Can you make a noise?
Watch and listen to what appears to be an orb passing by my shoulder and smacking into the wall. Could that orb be the ghost of Elizabeth Stiles? Let us know what you think in the comments.
By
That's interesting. Orbs are really hard to justify. They could be anything. Could be dust, just a bit of lint, a fiber. Could be an insect. There's so many different things it could be. What I found very interesting about that was that little tick, the knocking of what it sounded like it flew across and hit the wall, like he said. Now I'm wondering, was that just happenstance, coincidence that this light, orb, insect, whatever it may have been, flew right across? We hear a ticking of what could be a creak of plastic from his shoulder mountings. So he's got the camera coming out. You're going to have like one of those corded pieces that holds the camera up, something holding the camera in front of you. There's lots of adjustabilities in there. So was it like a little popping creak of the plastic? Was it maybe the floorboards? He leaned one way and there was maybe a floorboard creak. Let's see if he leans a specific way there.
Could that orb be the ghost of Elizabeth Stiles?
I need to back up a little bit further here.
Could that orb be?
So he's doing a turn. It doesn't. Anytime you're turning your upper torso or body, you're generally going to be shifting your weight. So it could be something like that as well. Who knows? But a cool little find. It did line up perfectly where it looked like it was flying, and then you hear that tick. So
The ghost
that's
of
interesting.
Elizabeth Stiles? Let us know what you think in the comments.
By 1904, the Women's Relief Corps could no longer afford to operate the building, so they donated it to the state of Ohio. The state of Ohio renamed it to the home of Ohio soldiers, sailors, Marines, their wives, mothers, widows, and Army nurses, and ran it for several decades as a home for needy widows, mothers, and children of
Liking
Ohio
how they're
veterans.
giving this history, so you're getting like information about the building, and you can kind of visualize and think
separate room.
what else could have happened here.
What? I want to throw up. I can't leave him by myself.
Right there, just get in that chair.
No, I'm not. Yeah, get in that chair. Then I'm going to do something don't leave.
I'm gonna sit in that chair.
Yeah.
All right, Randy's in a wheelchair.
See, I already did it.
Randy's wheel.
Hey, this might bring back memories to someone. I'm sure if you get in that chair, it'll bring back memories.
How
Is
long
he
you gonna do this?
rolling around in a chair that was in that building? Or is he actually investigating in a wheelchair?
Fucking shit.
Randy's in here getting pushed around by something.
This floor.
Yeah, the floor is uneven.
See, that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
they say. It went clear up from here into the middle. See?
Got some logical thinking, so that's always good.
What?
You know, is the floor uneven? Is that why it's feeling like you're getting pushed? It's good.
Whoa! Hold on a minute.
Is that fucking nuts or what, Jazz?
I do gotta take a picture of that.
You
Stay there.
can't even see. You can't even. We can't see your face.
That is weird.
Nothing. It's black.
Hold on, man. I'm gonna take a
Totally
picture of that.
Fucking black. Raise your hands up, both of them. Can you raise? Look, look. This thing's going nuts.
I'm possessed. Oh my god, I'm possessed.
Is this just a mere illusion caused by a reflection? Or could this be the work of the infamous Shadow Man that visitors have claimed to have seen here? Tell us what you think.
In 1960,
I would say that's just a trick of the light. The lighting, just the way the camera is trying to focus in and picking up everything. The way the lights, looks like there was lighting on the vests, lighting below. I don't. It's interesting, but you get like pixelation on cameras and stuff when they're trying to focus on different things, and so there's a lot of different elements when it comes to photography that can give you some weird phenomena. So you could see on the video camera, you could see the outline of her face. But then on the handheld phone camera, that's where it was black. So I feel like there was some sort of illumination error. It was
management of the home transferred to
interesting.
the
I've
Ohio
never seen
Department of
anything
Mental
like that
Hygiene and
before,
Corrections,
but-
and the widows were either returned to their families or moved into nursing homes. Over the next 2 decades, the site was home to inmates from the Ohio Women's Reformatory, mentally disabled women, and psychiatric patients. By the end of the 20th century, the home's fate was
Wallpaper's just
uncertain. During this
peeling
time,
right
rumors
off.
started to circulate that the building was possibly haunted. Even a newspaper ad in 1993 paper read, quote, "For rent, historic building on Middle Ridge Road. Can be leased cheap. Caution, building may be haunted," end quote.
Since then, visitors have reported physical
interesting that they put
contact,
that in the
voices, screams, children
newspaper.
laughing, footsteps, knocking, doors opening and closing on
or whatever that was, if it wasn't newspaper, if it was like some sort of magazine type style thing for listings. But either way, I guess you have to disclose that anytime you're selling a house. I think it's legally bound, at least in several places, where you have to actually say that there's a murder or something has been happened. So obviously, maybe he mentioned that in the beginning. Jacob got killed, right? So maybe that was in this building, or maybe I missed it. Someone was murdered in this building, and therefore they have to say there was a murder. Maybe they wanted to say, hey, it might be haunted, instead of stating that there was a murder. Maybe back in the day,
on their
they
own,
didn't have
lights
that.
going on and off,
And so
EVPs, the feeling of being watched,
they
a
didn't
sick
have the
feeling like nausea,
requirements
and
where they
shadow
had to
figures.
list that.
Madison is also home
And
to
that's why they
Emily,
went with
the
haunted.
doll that is said to have 3 spirits attached to it. Emily is seen as a guardian or protector. But there is another entity here as well, Sarah. Sarah appears to people as a little girl, but could this really be something more sinister? It is often claimed that demons pose as children. I think now it's time to try to contact Sarah.
Sarah, are you here?
In the spirit box.
Sarah, can you come out and talk to us? Dan's gonna steal your money. Sarah, Dan's going in your room. He's gonna set off the motion sensor. I dropped the dime. You took a penny.
Did that just say following Dan? Because that's what I heard. It's pretty creepy.
That's what I heard too, but it
That
kind
was
of
also an
popped up.
EVP. That
It popped up on the screen saying following Dan, and I was reading it as I was listening to it. So there's always that suggestion. If you heard it without seeing, first of all, what it actually said, and then trying to think, okay, what did I just hear? It may not have been following Dan, but it.
that did not come through the spirit box. But let's continue.
You take it back. It's one I'll set it right here. You have to come get it. I'm not giving you your penny back. I'll take it with me.
So those sounded like pretty clear responses to what I was saying, and they were both multiple word responses. I don't know how much faith or belief I personally put into the spirit boxes, but it is pretty odd how it ramped up after I took the money off of Sarah's dresser. And
Interesting. Yeah, that's really cool. Anytime you're dealing with a spirit box, you have to wonder about the programming of the spirit box. Where did you get it from? You know, is it legit? What kind of electrician or programmer designed this? Are there keywords, phrases that are input into it? And that really comes with time and experience. Using the machine in multiple locations is going to tell you, do you keep getting that same phrase over and over? These seem to be very specific responses to things that he's doing and saying. And like he mentioned, multiple syllables, multiple words that are giving him kind of direct responses. So that's a really good sign that it's possibly really a spirit speaking.
didn't keep the penny, but I did take it with me throughout the house, kind of to poke at the demon or the entity that is Sarah. Now,
I don't recommend poking at spirits or demons. I recommend being friendly and not enticing to get a response, but to
now
each
it's
his own.
time for my personal favorite, 15 minutes alone in the seminary. Rick will be the first one up. Let's get to it.
Alright, I'll be back. I'm downstairs. This is the basement.
There's a theory
Pretty creepy
certain
room right
spirits
there. We're in the
will
boiler
only
room.
respond to individuals
down
when they're
here?
by themselves. Other spirits respond to larger groups, and only to larger groups. Some just don't seem to care.
Hello?
So it's always interesting to do something like this, where you go in by yourself. There was just a tick there. It almost sounded like
Sarah,
a breaker
I'm coming.
flipping.
Ooh, give me the chills.
You He didn't
This is
seem to
the
mention
second
anything
floor.
about
This
it,
is
so
Sarah's floor.
could have been some of his own.
We have this area pretty well rigged. Looking at a camera through here. Sarah, are you up here? Can you talk to me, Sarah? I see you haven't moved the ball. Can you make the motion sensor go off?
Like the camera rigs that they got going here. Multiple angles, seen a little bit of everything.
Can you make a noise? I'm gonna knock. Can you knock? Fucking footsteps.
Anytime I do knock requests like that, I like to do, can you finish this? It's a rhythm that many people know and associate with. And that way, if they give you and it's the double knock kind of in timing, then that's going to eliminate a lot of random knocks that might just be coincidences. Yeah, just any kind of sound where you're like, oh, was that a knock? Was that not? If they finish the rhythm.
Whoa, you motherfucker. Wow. You motherfucker. I heard fucking footsteps. I'm like, wow. I thought for sure I heard something. I didn't think he was coming up here.
Yeah, I wanted to check the
Oh, up here.
cameras.
Oh, it was one of the other
I'm
investigators.
gonna go up to that next floor here. I just came in here.
Batteries are dying.
This is dead. This has 15 minutes. It just started flashing red.
I'm gonna check that one.
Everything. Yep.
Did you
All
make sure
right.
this one's working?
That was Randy. No, I didn't. Those weren't footsteps. Woo! That gave me a rush. Heading up to the third
That would be
floor.
exciting.
Randy just scared the crap out of me.
One of the most terrifying things. I
Thought for
think,
sure I had
would be
footsteps coming my way that
spirit
time.
running at you, and getting
That what they
louder
call
and
my
closer.
heart did skip a beat.
That would be a real rush.
All right. Would anybody like to say something? Communicate. Is there anybody up here with me?
I do kind of wish he had a
Can you make a noise?
flashlight when turning the camera around. You could see a little bit more
Can you make a noise?
because it's very dark.
Emily? Who haunts this
Also
place?
gives the viewers of the video a little more to analyze and scrutinize when they're looking. Where when
I'm
it's
leaving.
just
Can you make a noise?
a dark shot like that, you're just kind of like
All right, I'm going. One of my friends will be up here.
trying to listen.
All right, man. We're dying, dude. We're dying. Was this a brand new battery?
Pretty much.
And it came on the 15-20% mode. It's dying.
Did you record this footsteps?
This is at 40,
Fuck.
47. This is fine.
Motherfucker, I just asked somebody. Yeah, they fucking. I heard those fucking footsteps and they was coming towards me. I'm thinking, oh shit, motherfucking. I'm like,
Yeah.
really? He was it was walking right
By
towards me around
yourself
that
in a
fucking
large
corner. I'm
building
thinking,
like that,
oh, I got the
something's
answer
coming
now.
at you.
I was going around the corner like.
Randy gave Rick a pretty good scare. We thought he'd be on the third floor, so Randy went up to do a quick battery swap, but it turned out way better.